that is not just a mistake to me. That is literally murder, damaged, or whatever it is you can call it. At that point, I'm not seeing the mistake. Anyway, there's a party going on. So my other friend, who I'm gonna call Big Booty T, what up, Big Booty T? They like told me to say, no, you calm down. Like it's a party happening right now. At least we cannot have that whole situation blowing up the party and whatnot. We can talk about this later and whatnot. Okay. Oh well, I decided to put the phone on the side for a bit, and while I was trying to convince myself that it's a party, no need for drama right now, my friend gets the phone and goes to put it at the charger. I don't know what was the thought at that particular time, but I suppose she wanted to see if it's still working, and of which it did, because it responded to the charging at that particular time. And then if you know what happens to a phone once it gets in water and then you add electricity on it, the whole system burns. It literally shuts down. The system was fried. I don't even know whether you call it a system or whatever it is that is inside. It was pretty much fried. It was dead. So I'm like telling her to say, like, remove it from the electricity, try and put it in the rice and whatnot. I get back to the party, and now I can't hold myself. I gotta like tell this man to say, yo, you just dropped my phone. You just dropped my phone in water. I want my phone. So everybody's just looking at me at the time, because most of the other guys were drunk, but the people that saw the situation happen were looking at me and wondering like what's gonna happen and whatnot. So I go straight to T-Babe and I ask her to say, what happened? Like, can you explain to me what happened to my phone? I just gave you my back for like 10 seconds and my phone is drenched. What is going on? You are not paying your rent, boo. I'm getting your rent. Whatnot. And then she goes like, no, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I was seated by the edge of the pool, just like everybody else when we were getting our shots. And the landlord put my leg into the pool. I had your phone in my back pocket. That is what happened. So apparently, while he was pouring shots and whatnot, I'm pretty sure he had finished pouring shots in the mouth and whatnot. Then he decided to like, I think, yeah, she wasn't swimming as well at that time. She wasn't really swimming in the water. She didn't even know how to swim, actually, for that matter. She doesn't know how to swim. So he decides to like grab her leg and then pulls her. Okay, now at this point, you're probably wondering what kind of relationship we have with our landlord. Guys, we're pretty cool. We respect each other. We don't cross each other's boundaries and whatnot. Nothing sexual, nothing immoral. It was straightforward, just having fun. That is the type of person he is. That is the type of person that is how he acts, and that is how he behaves. He has fun, and for him that was mere fun, having swimming and whatnot. To most people it would look immoral, and why would your landlord be doing that and that and that. Guys, my landlord spent most of his life, literally spent half, I think 3/4 of his life in the UK. When he comes back here, he's definitely behaving different. Sorry for putting out his business out there. I don't want to put it out or anything, but that's not the point. The point is, that is the way he is. He's a cool people person, you know, not cool with people that he doesn't know. But once you get to chill with him like that, you tend to realize to say he behaves like that. He's normal. He's like, he wants to have fun with people that he can have fun. He'll provide everything. Let's have fun, and then he leaves respectfully. He does not cross anybody's boundaries. He did not disrespect anybody in any way at that particular point in the pool, and everybody understands this from where we come from. We respect him that much. Yeah. So T-Babe explains to me, saying he grabbed her leg and then put her in the water, and of which she had my phone at the back of her pocket, which means if you enter into the swimming pool, it wasn't at the shallow point. Initially, it was already bypassing her waist area, the water, which means the moment she got into the pool, oh my God, guys, I am having a flu and I am dying. I'm going through it. Guys, I did it. Let me like try and style this edge part or something like that. So he pulls her, and initially her waist is already in water, which means my phone is already getting drenched. And immediately she gets into the water, she grabs onto him because she doesn't know how to swim, and she just put her. So obviously she grabs onto him and holds onto him so much he starts moving around in the pool, around, while my phone is at the back of T-Babe's ass, literally in the water. And they moved around the pool and they came out, and that's when she realized to say she had my phone in the back of her pocket and it was drenched. That was the time that I was literally, when I was looking behind and having that whole argument with okay, that wasn't an argument, having a whole back and forth with my caretaker about the chicken and the meat and him delaying to braai. That whole scenario was happening behind me. People were getting into the pool with my phone, swimming and enjoying themselves in the pool with my phone, and getting drenched like no man's business. I'm just looking behind and I'm seeing her pulling the phone out of her bag and it's wet. My phone is soaked and it's dead. So that was what happened. And initially, straightforward, I go to him close to the pool. He was still in the water at that time. He didn't even realize that he had done all that. And he was even getting drunk at that point, I think. He didn't even realize that all this was happening at the time. So I go to him and tell him to say, yo, my phone in water. And then he looks at me and says, what? I'm like, phone in water, it's dead. And he goes like, where is it? What happened? And I'm like, it's over there, you dropped it. And then he goes like, oh, I'll buy you a new one. In front of everybody, by the way. Like, that was the entire boarding house. Right there. I heard him say those words on his own. And from there, I never said shit. I just kept quiet. I'm like, oh, okay. I suppose so. But I was pretty sad because I knew to say I had lost everything in that phone. I had lost so much content. I was the one losing out, and for some reason I really had hope to say if I take it to where they fix phones, they'll probably at least have it on long enough for me to like collect at least my data or something, or just transfer it or something. But oh well, that was, if it wasn't it wasn't even a 50-50 situation, you know. It was that bad. Anyway, the party continues for everybody. People continue drinking. So the landlord, when some of his friends pulled up and they joined us in the drinking and whatnot, and these people were all, at least they were all respectful until the bottles of alcohol started missing. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on, because some alcohol had finished first and he went to, no, he didn't even go actually. He sent the, well, what did he send? I think he sent the garden boy. He sent the garden boy to like go get some more alcohol, and he came back with some more alcohol and bottles and whatnot. They added there, mind you, there were like expensive bottles of alcohol there, and there were some ciders and beers and everything. It was there. So now he goes at the back, and I don't know, while I was still minding my own business with the phone, the bottles of alcohol go missing. Like the wine bottles, the whiskey bottles, all of them vanish from the cooler box like there was nothing. So imagine this is a drunk person and he gets mad and disappointed to say, yo, where is the alcohol? Like, where's the alcohol I bought? There was enough alcohol and some more alcohol just came. What's happening? You people have started stealing the alcohol after this party that I bought alcohol for you guys, and this is what you've decided. So this is him screaming about his alcohol, and everybody starts getting, you know, alert to say, yo, alcohol is missing. And if alcohol is missing in a group of people, you don't even know who to suspect. You don't even know who got the bottle, because people were very busy at the time. Everybody was minding their own business, you know. And shit. So I am like, I don't know how this alcohol went missing. And then now he focuses on me saying, Clara, this is how you people behave and whatnot. I'm like, hey, I didn't even see shit. I didn't even see shit. The people that he already knew, his like us, the odd time people in the boarding house, the longest people that have stayed in the boarding house were busy being asked to say, this is how you people are behaving and whatnot. And we were refusing to say, hey, we don't even know what happened ourselves. We don't know where the alcohol has gone. So one of the girls happened to see one of his friends that pulled up at this same party that came to join us, grab a bottle. I don't know whether it was a bottle or some bottles. Grab a bottle and took it to his car. So he probably stole that bottle. And that information was actually mentioned in front of him right there at the party. And this man has no chill. He calls up his friends. He calls him, let me say, what can we even give this man a name? Let's call him John. Yeah, let's call him John. So he goes like, hey, John, where is the alcohol that I bought in here? And everybody just looks at John like, yeah, John, where's the alcohol that was in here? Oh my God. And then, you know, the sad part is that the entire time we were planning to at least get a bottle of that alcohol. But shit, everything just happened so fast that alcohol went missing. And nobody saw shit. Nobody saw anything that happened. Yeah. So John goes like, I took it in the car. And then he goes like, why? Why are you taking my alcohol in the car? Can you go and bring it back here? In front of everybody, guys, like everybody just looking at John like, you a thief, John, they caught you. They caught you. John goes up to the car. He looks so mad. And he goes to grab the bottle. And while he goes to grab the bottle, the landlord follows him at the back. Like follows him to the car to go get the bottle from the car. And while he went to go get the bottle, like while he followed John to go get the bottle, his other friend, let's call him Mitch, his other friend Mitch, had a woman that had come to visit him. I don't know whether that was the fiancé or wife or something. Mitch is, let's call her girlfriend. Hey, don't judge me. I never saw a ring on it or anything. But hey, Mitch's girlfriend pulled up in a car and was talking to Mitch that side. And you know, my landlord has got no chill, so he goes there shouting to say, hey, why are you stealing alcohol? Even you, let me see this guy. Who are these people that have even come up here? Apparently, he did not know who Mitch's girlfriend was or who that woman was. So that's why I'm not saying that's not the wife. Definitely that ain't the wife, because if that was the wife, he would have definitely known his friend's wife, yeah? But now he kept on shouting that side to say, who are these people? I do not want these people here. And mind you, the ladies are like right there in front. I don't want this. They were like in front of him and Mitch, and John was at the back grabbing the bottle from his car, and he was there shouting at Mitch saying, I don't want these people. Who are these people? I don't know them. You've started inviting your own friends. This is not a party for everyone. This is just a party for the boarding house and whatnot. So Mitch goes like, they're going and whatnot. Those ladies felt so uncomfortable, so they even started leaving. Actually, they didn't even stay that long. They left. And he comes back from the car with a bottle that John got while shouting at Mitch, saying, like, you must have also gotten a bottle or something like that. Why are the bottles missing? I've bought enough alcohol for everybody here. You people have started stealing the alcohol. This is very disappointing and whatnot. And truly, it was disappointing because he made an effort to like buy all that alcohol and it just went missing. Now, my friends in the boarding house are like, you know, this man is really not Zambian. Because how the hell you bring that much alcohol to a boarding house and not expect it to go missing? It's like a boarding house, bro. People are like A-class thieves and whatnot. Even they surprise me. Females boarding houses are the places that they steal the most, like no man's business. I don't even know how that happens. I don't even know this is so embarrassing, but females steal like no man's business. And those alcohol bottles went missing, and I am pretty sure most of the females in the house rather like got some of them, because apparently my group got one too. So I wasn't aware about the situation at the time, but I was happy. After I found out that we happened to be one of the people that actually grabbed the bottle or something like that. I was happy about it. At least, we were there in the enjoyment or something like that, or whatever it is you call it. So we like grabbed a bottle of champagne and whatnot. And that party continued because now he goes like, I'm not buying any more alcohol. The party continued, but he goes like, I'm not buying any more alcohol because you guys are like stealing. But what we're gonna do is immediately we're done swimming, everybody got dressed up, we're going to Cube. Now, if you happen to be in the Saka and you know where Cube is like the place where you pay to enter. And that is like more than 10 girls at the boarding house. And he's busy telling everybody like, dress up. We're gonna go to this club and whatnot. Everybody gets excited and everybody was already shit-faced drunk at that point. So I'm counting people to say, that one is not gonna make it. That one is definitely not gonna make it because ain't no way. Other people had their own programs and they were definitely, obviously it was going to be so much fun. Other people were going to cancel their programs just to go to Cube because it's like a lit club and whatnot. But others had their solid plans and so they had it coming and whatnot. The caretaker was fed up at this point. He was really, really pissed, guys. Now let me tell you how pissed this nigga was. This guy was pissed like he's the one who bought the alcohol. He was pissed like he's the one who bought the meat. He was pissed like he's the one who's organizing that party. Truly and all. Like, he was the one organizing everything. He was pissed to the extent that he started kicking out the landlord's friends. He goes like, this party is done. Everybody out. Like, get out of here. He had two of his friends that had come to join that party. He literally kicked them out in front of us, guys. Like, A1 kicking them out. Get out of here. Grabbing the bottles of alcohol from them. Like, leave. I don't want to see you people here. His friends start telling him to say, yo, you don't gotta behave like that. Why are you behaving like this? And whatnot. He goes like, hey, get out. I don't want to hear whatever it is you're talking about. Get out of my house. What? He chases out everybody, and now his brother is also shit-faced drunk. His brother still wants to go to the club, waiting for the girls to like go in there and get dressed so that he can go to the club and continue having fun and apparently continue spending his money because it looks like he had money to spend if he wanted to carry the whole house to the Cube and whatnot. Ish, guys. Body on a budget. What you gonna say? Are you gonna call me broke now? Are you? Period. Ooh, I can't do my own hair. Don't get used to it. I still don't want to do my own hair. I still want to pay for it. But guys, look at this. Period. So yeah, he's there, shit-faced drunk, and he's now telling everybody to say, I still want to go to the club. I'm serious. Whoever doesn't want to go, like, you're going to remain and whatnot. So people are looking at the young brother who's kicking out all his friends and saying, hey, this party is done. Okay, you gotta like hide this spot behind. So his brother is like kicking out everybody and everybody's just wondering to say, is this club thing gonna work? Because this nigga is like kicking out his friends and whatnot. And then people think, oh, maybe he's like trying to lessen the number and whatnot. But no, he was actually kicking out everybody. And he starts telling the brother to say, that whole club situation is not gonna work. Nobody's going to the club. You need to go home. Now, this is his older brother he's telling, yeah? Because like, Damlea, the body. I don't know how they say it in Bemba, but he says nobody is going to the club. You are going home and these girls are gonna stay here. I'm gonna lock the gate by 22 hours and nobody is leaving this yard. So, this is this nigga going like that. And there's like people in this house that are like 28 years old, bro. Okay, 28 is too much. Like 26 and whatnot. Like 26 years, those are adults. There's no way you're gonna lock in an adult in the house. Like, who are you, bro? I pay you to stay in this house. Clearly. So he locks the gate. And then there were other people, like I said, that initially had their own plans of going somewhere. So those people are already ready and they want to like go out. And he's locked the gate. And then he thinks they want to go out with his brother. And now he starts going back and forth with the people that want to go outside. So he goes like, I'm not opening this gate. Nobody's leaving this yard and whatnot. And people are like, you need to behave. Like, you need to behave yourself. This is not a house. Nobody is staying in your house like that. People are paying. We are not your children. We are your tenants. Can we have that type of respect for each other? Just because you drank and whatnot, that doesn't mean you should start behaving like that. And he starts shouting to say he's not drunk at all. And then he's leaving his house. He goes back in the house, grabs the brother. Now, by the time he's grabbing the brother, you remember that bowl that that bowl of salad that I was talking about? He was eating his salad, his special salad. He grabbed onto that bowl even when the brother was dragging him outside, taking him to his car to say, you gotta drive out of this yard and leave. You know what? Drunk people are very silly. You all need to understand drunk people. Like, they just do their own thing. He takes his brother to the car, leaves him there with his ball. His brother goes back in the house with the ball. Goes back in the house with the ball. The caretaker follows the brother to the kitchen. He finds him standing there with the ball. He's eating his salad again. He goes to him, grabs the grabs the salad bowl and tries to drag him outside again. The brother ran to the bathroom and locked himself in the bathroom. Then the caretaker goes to the bathroom and then starts knocking. Eh, fumeni umo. Fumeni mrashteshu. Fumeni kariyan kunganda. Fumeni. Goes like, leave me alone. Why do you want me to go? Now can you get out of that bathroom and leave this place? I'm serious. You cannot be here and whatnot. Hey, get out of this place. Okay. Well, they convince him to open the door. He goes out. He goes into his car. He goes to open the gate. Those people who were busy going back and forth with him about leaving the house were literally initially and whatnot. So the brother leaves the house. We didn't even get to talk about the phone. And that was me telling myself to say, okay, obviously he was gonna like come around, you know. It was a party. He was drunk and whatnot. Obviously he'll come around. He'll like hit me up over something over a phone. No. Yeah, well, the next day comes, nothing happens. Second day comes, nothing happens. The third day comes, nothing happens. This nigga is quiet for like a whole straight 1 week. And I'm there phoneless, literally not talking to anybody. I have to attend class. And then most of my classes are literally online, which means I literally need to be online. You do realize. No, so after 1 week of not saying anything, I go to the caretaker and I tell him to say, yo, like, can you talk to your brother? I kind of need my phone. If he's not getting me a new phone, like, can we at least try and fix my phone? I don't have money to fix my phone right now, so I won't be able to fix it. And for me to fix this phone, I'm going to need to buy a whole new motherboard, if that's what they call it, or a whole new system inside. He goes like, no, that issue does not involve me. It was between the two of you. I'm like, what do you mean it does not involve you? You are my caretaker. You are supposed to be speaking on my behalf. Your brother, the reason my phone is dead. You are supposed to be talking to him, because if I talk to him, I'm not going to say nothing that's nice, nigga. I'm not going to say anything that's going to be good. Nothing good comes out of this mouth when I am pissed. Take it or leave it. And I'm like, no, you have to talk to your brother. If I talk to him, it won't be good. Because like, don't involve me in such issues. And I'm like, oh, okay. I go to T-Babe. I'm like, T-Babe, you gotta like text your landlord to say, hey, he got to repair my phone. Like, okay, I'll text him. She decides to text him about the phone. And this is the response that he gave her. I'm gonna give her 1,000. That's it. A 1,000. A phone that I spent 6 months saving up for, selling stuff to get that phone, and you want to give me a 1,000 that is not even close to how much I have to spend to get it fixed. Literally, to get it fixed is not even 1,000. Do you understand? It doesn't even, like, it costs much more to get the phone fixed. I'm like, no, I can't accept that 1,000. That doesn't do shit for me. That 1,000 is not gonna be enough. He tells him to say, no, she hasn't agreed to that amount and whatnot. It's like so little, it's not even enough to fix the phone. And he goes like, no, she shouldn't behave as if it wasn't a mistake. It was a mistake that happened and I cannot be buying a whole new phone over that. And I'm like, excuse me. First of all, I did not force you to buy that phone. I did not force you to buy that phone because you said you were gonna buy that phone. And mind you, you said it in front of the whole house. So that whole house was waiting to see if you were gonna stand up to your word. Because you screamed it out loud saying, we're gonna buy a new one. I did not say shit. I kept quiet. I'm like, no, I never forced him to buy that phone. If he does not want to buy that phone, that is okay with me. Can we fix my phone? Because honestly, I would prefer having my phone unlike a new one that I have to start afresh again. You do understand? I would be losing a lot of things if I were to lose that phone. I would prefer we fix my phone. Anyway, he goes quiet. He does not respond to her and everything. And then I decide to call him the next day. This was getting into 2 weeks now. Me phoneless, me missing classes, I'm not able to study because I don't have my phone. Literally, my phone has everything. It has my books, it has my content, it has everything, yo. I'm not able to study. I'm able to go for classes, but I can't even tell what time is my class because I don't have a timetable. My timetable is on my phone. Everything, literally, if you're in university, you already know to say your life runs on the phone. Without a phone, you pretty much don't do anything. Yeah? So I had to call him. I'm like, yo, I need a phone. I'm missing out on a lot without me having a phone right now. If we're not buying a new phone, like, can we fix my phone and whatnot? No, you people shouldn't be behaving as if I did that deliberately. It was a mistake that happened. And I'm like, I understand it was a mistake. But that mistake has costed me, bro. It is costing me and it is affecting me. It is becoming an inconvenience to me because now it's affecting my school. It's affecting the main reason I am in this place. You do realize he did not give a shit about that. Now you gotta understand this. Now you gotta look at this way. This is somebody who was ready to take the entire house. That is more than 10 women, inclusive of his brother and friends. And he was going to pay for everybody to enter in that club, yeah? That is not even, that's like 100 kwacha each. That is already over 1,000. Paying for everybody to enter in that club. And then when he enters in that club, he doesn't sit in the ordinary. He goes straight to the VIP. For you to enter in the VIP for Cube, you gotta pay like over 3,000 if you're paying for that other table, which is like almost 4,000, 5,000 for you to just get the VIP. That's not even buying the drinks. That's you paying to go sit in the VIP. Yeah? He needed to do that. He was ready for that. He made a call that particular night to the manager of that place saying, I am coming that side and I'm coming with some people and whatnot. Arrange these things. He was ready to spend for all that. But when it came to giving me my phone or fixing my phone, he wanted to give me a 1,000. Over a phone that I spent 3,500 kwacha for. I should get a 1,000. Now, if you know me, if you know Sugar, that shit wasn't going to sit with me. Not at all. Not anywhere close. It was not going to sit with me and I was not going to accept that. I was like, no, I'm not going to accept a 1,000 because it's not going to help me in any way. I need my phone fixed. If you'd want to keep that money, can you get the phone, get that same 1,000 and go find a place where they're going to fix this phone for that same amount. You go with it and go find a place to go fix it. Over the phone, you're stressing me so much. This is not even something I should be paying much attention to and whatnot. This is me getting so depressed over my phone after a while because we kept on going back and forth over this whole phone issue for a problem that I didn't even cause. I would have been happier if I was the person who dropped that phone in water because I would have known consciously to say, okay, it's my fault. It's nobody's fault. So I was like, me, I need a new phone and I need a new phone right now. Like, I need my phone. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know I don't know what you people are gonna do, but I need my phone. So he goes like, okay, I'll get you whatever phone you want tomorrow. It's fine. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. We end that call. The next day comes, he just calls me. He goes like, hey, be outside in the next 10 minutes. I won't be staying long and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, okay. Me thinking, I'll get you whatever phone you want. Tomorrow is us going to like buy a phone, you know. I come out, you know, all dressed. I'm literally going outside the gate, and there he pulls up. He just opens his window and just gives me a paper bag. And then he goes like, hey, so that is how people get emotional over phones, hey? He even makes that comment. And then I'm there looking at the paper bag, and the first thing I see is an Android phone. First thing I see is an Android phone. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. As I look at him, he literally slides up the window and just drives off. Immediately he drives off, he stops like a few paces away from me. He opens the window, removes 100 kwacha, and then calls the guard from the next yard from ours. The next yard. He gives the guard 100 kwacha, and then he drives off. So I'm there standing, looking at this person who dropped my iPhone in water. And then went and bought an Android phone and then just gave it to me in a paper bag, and then not just drive off, has the audacity to tip the guard next door and tells him to buy water, and then after leaving me with a dead phone and a cheapest phone that, hey, at that point I was shocked, guys. I was so sad. At that point, I was so sad, like, how could he do something like this? Who in their right senses does something like that? You dropped a certain grade of a phone and then you go and replace it with something lower. Who does that? Sensible people would even consider giving somebody an upgrade, truly and honestly. I go inside the house and I give my best friend the paper bag, and I'm like, I can't talk. I don't know what to tell her. She gets the paper bag and goes like, oh, you got a new phone? Like, she opens the paper bag and then goes like, it's an Infinix? It's an Android? Can you call him back? Everybody could not believe what he had done that day. That was such a downgrade. I didn't even believe it myself, because that was just stupidity at the end of it all. It was really stupidity, and he was really trying my patience. And believe me, I dealt with this situation so calmly. I have not called him from back to back to stress him, to push him over getting me a new phone. I just kept on talking to him when it was convenient to tell him to say, I need my phone. I sit down there and I decided to call him on my car, press me hard, because that's what we were dealing with. Yeah, that's what we were dealing with, really. And I call him, I'm like, yo, you got me an Android. And then he goes like, yeah, you don't like it? And I'm like, forget about liking it. I wasn't using an Android. I'm like, I was using an iPhone. Okay, anyway, that is what I've got for you. You figure out what to do. I'm like, excuse me? Goes like, yeah, that is how much. If you don't like it, you can return it and get the money, then you figure out what to do. And a phone that I spent months to get, you went and got a phone that is worth that is less than half of what I had to put in my sweat and effort, and you just go get an Infinix phone. Why would you do that? He goes like, you people are stressing me out with this phone issue. I'm taking back this phone. Yo, the next day comes, I literally put myself together. I go and look, I get that phone. I go to East Park. I go and look for that store. Went there with my friend, went there, we were returning the phone, and they were like, Ish, this phone has already been opened. So if you are returning it, we can get it back, but we have to like deduct a certain amount. We have to deduct for like 20% of the actual amount, because immediately somebody comes to buy it, nobody's gonna accept a new phone and whatnot. They explained all that, and officially, which was true, because nobody just accepts a phone which has already been opened, you know, even though the phone was opened by the store, but it was initially bought for it to be opened. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool, like, give me back the amount of money that I can get from this. How much is the money? They tell me to say, we can give you 1,600. Guys, I was really getting so sad and more depressed at this point. I call him, I'm like, at the store, I call him, I'm like, yo, this is what the people for the phones are saying. They're saying they're removing some amount of money. This is what and whatnot. He goes like, oh, okay, let me talk to them. He talks to them, what, they explain to him the whole situation, and he agrees that he tells them to say, no, you give her the money. So I'm like, okay, I get the money, and then He goes like, okay, are you satisfied? I'm like, no. What the? Why would you even ask me that question? How the hell would I even be satisfied? I'm getting a 1,600. I'm like, no, I'm not satisfied. This is not the amount of money I spent on my phone. This is not even going halfway to fixing my phone. You know, like, I want my phone. He goes like, hey, there's nothing I can do about it. The other money you have to tell the other girl to like top up on it and whatnot. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go tell her. So I get back to the boarding house. I'm texting my friend. I'm telling her to say, yo, the landlord said like you're gonna add up the rest of the amount. She asked me to say, what? What do you mean? I did not pull myself in the pool. I wasn't even in water in the first place. What does it mean I'm gonna add up on top? And I'm like, then you better talk to him, because either I'm getting your rent, Mara. At this point, I wasn't having it, guys. Like, I really wasn't having it. Either I am grabbing somebody's rent and they'll figure out what to do, or you talk to your landlord and figure out what you're gonna do. Yeah? He goes like, okay, let me talk to him. She goes and talks to him and whatnot. She comes back to me the next day. She goes like, no, he says that's all he can do. There's nothing he can do. Like, he's not buying the phone anymore. So I'm really devastated at this point, because I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I should go to the police station and report this man over the phone that he had damaged and he did not want to fix it, or replace it. Rather, replaced it with a downgrade, which was very embarrassing, because it was very embarrassing for me to go back to that store and tell them what initially happened, because they were also surprised after I told them the story of how my phone dropped in the water and why I'm returning it and why it is happening. They kept on asking me to say, are you sure that's the same man that came yesterday? The one that was busy trying out the sound system and what? That's the one who did that. And I'm like, yeah, that is the one that did that. That is the one that is doing that to me right now. Goes like, that's very disappointing. And really, truly, and honestly, it was really disappointing, because I did not expect such a behavior from him. I expected him to be at least genuine enough to acknowledge the type of mistake that he did and try and fix it. But he was initially not ready to be part of it from the start, and he was ready to just give in less from the start. And I didn't understand why he was behaving like that. But he is shocked at the boarding house to say, this is no way a person should be behaving. How could he behave like that? Like, what's up with him? So I initially get fed up, and I go straight to the brother, and I tell him to say, your brother brought a phone. This is the type of phone he brought. This is the amount of money I spent on my phone. So initially, I'm not going to be paying rent until I recover this money. The brother goes like, no, you two should not involve me. Me, when time for rent comes, I want my money. Not, you're not going to see any money from me. Look at me as I am talking to you. You are not going to see your rent. And when I'm saying this, if you want to fight me when it's time to pay rent, you find me in that room. You are not going to get a penny from me, because I'm going to recollect all the money that I spent on getting this phone, and I'm not going to be paying rent. If you want, go and have that conversation with your brother. When you're done talking, the two of you, you come and find me in this house. If you think of chasing me, dear, I'm going to the police station and I'm going to get a police report. I don't know what you guys going to do. That is how I walked out of that room. And initially, the brother never said a word to me. For a few days, he never said a word to me, because my rent days were coming up, and luckily my rent days were actually coming up, and I really did not pay that rent. I really did not pay that rent. I just initially took that money to the phone, and I started doing a paying slow for a new phone. My friend linked me up with this guy that could help me get another phone. So I talked to him, I asked him how much it would be and whatnot. Then we started the whole arrangement. I had already sent the rent money for that month to him, so he was just waiting for the other money. So now when it's time to give him the other money, When it's time to give him the other money, that 1,600 that I had gotten back from the first phone, I had put it in my Zanako account. Yeah, I put it in my Zanako account. It's time to pay this nigga back his money. My Zanako account is telling me transfer failed, insufficient funds. I'm like, what? What do you mean insufficient funds? Where is my money? Because like, transfer failed. So I tried that whole transfer thing for like 3 times, 4 times, and it kept on failing. I'm going to check my balance. It's showing me that my available balance is that amount, but my current balance, which means the money that I can withdraw, is about a 242 kwacha. I'm like, wait a minute, where is the other balance? The one that I am seeing here that is showing, like, where is this money? So I decided to call Zanako now. From fighting with my landlord over my phone, I'm now fighting with Zanako because now they've stolen my money and I don't know where my money gone. Like, these people need to explain to me where my money has gone. Zanako is busy telling me to say I had paid for some iTunes on my Apple, whatnot. I have subscriptions. I check for my subscriptions on my end. It's showing me 0 subscriptions. And I do not recall a time that I got my credit card and pinned it to anything or bought anything online that I had pinned to this credit card. So Zanako is busy telling me to say, no, I used my credit card to buy, to pay for iTunes and whatnot, and this is the amount of money that they're getting. Guys, they got over a 1,000. Do you understand? Over a 1,000. The whole amount of money was gone. Like, there was nothing in my Zanako account. It was gone. I did not know what to do. I was so devastated. I had to go to Zanako to like keep this whole thing, but they were telling me there's nothing they can do on their side because the money has already been paid to these apps that are subscribed to my account, which on my end, when I check, I have 0 subscriptions and I have 0 nothing. And at this point, I am left in an awe because I don't even know what is happening. That's when I realized to say shit was actually just going down the hill for me. Like, shit was going down. Things were really not going straight for me. Some karma shit was just sitting on me or something. It wasn't working out. So now I have this credit that I have to pay back, this money that I have to finish paying this side, and my Zaneko just grabbed my money, and this man will not buy the phone anymore. I gotta like do this on my own, and everything is up to me. Now there I am with 0 content. This is actually the first content I'm shooting since I got my phone. So with 0 content, and we start afresh, guys. So guys, I have done my hair and I have also come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more videos. Since now we got like a new phone, we're gonna be doing more of vlogging. And guys, I know that I don't really post content often, but believe me, I love creating content. I love doing this thing and I'm never stopping. No matter how slow I get, no matter how inconsistent I get, I'm always gonna come back. I know one thing, I'm always gonna be back here shooting content and posting it. I'm doing this because I love it and I love you guys. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell your mama to subscribe, tell your auntie, your uncle, your daddy, even that nigga link to subscribe to Miss Member's YouTube channel. Bye.